School has now started, and this summer I was busy preparing for my AP Chemistry class that I'm taking now that it's my senior year. Oftentimes while working on my review packets, I would recall fond memories of my experiences in Chem 400, the class I took as a sophomore. But one story tends to stand out to me, and it takes place at the very beginning of that school year. At the start of Chem 400, we did a lab about determining the density of a gas. We had to weigh an empty bottle, submerge it in water, and fill a test tube with water. Then, we had to put a tablet into the test tube and connect the two with another tube to allow the gas from the dissolving tablet to move from the test tube to the submerged bottle. Finally, we would measure the water displacement and weigh the bottle again in order to find the density of the gas produced by the tablet. Chemistry was very new to me, as it was for most of the kids, but I felt as if I really needed to do a good job on the lab to show that I'm a smart and hard worker. A good first impression, you know? My lab group attempted the lab, but we were struggling to figure out how to measure the water displacement, and so we had resorted to a trial and error approach, which looking back is quite literally the point of an experiment, but at the moment seemed very chaotic and somehow wrong. During one attempt, we put the tablet in the test tube of water, but we realized that we weren't ready yet to put the connector tube into the submerged bottle. The problem, though, is that the tablet began to dissolve and gas was produced in doing so. I had the oh-so-bright idea to just put my thumb over the open end of the connector tube to prevent the gas from escaping. But what I did not consider was where I expected the gas to go, especially when the test tube was already full of water. Within seconds, the pressure in the test tube had significantly increased, and the test tube exploded in my hands. Glass was everywhere, and the mess was all my fault, so my plan of having a good first impression was in the toilet. Or more realistically, the glass disposal box that I ended up throwing the broken glass in. Luckily, no one was hurt, despite glass pieces being all over my hands and the shirt of the kid next to me. But my teacher was actually really chill and helped me clean up the mess, so I was very grateful for that. The whole incident ended up being a running joke for the entire year, especially because I would sometimes get discombobulated during labs while trying to problem solve. Only a few weeks after my lab disaster, my teacher actually asked me to consider taking the AP course in my junior or senior year. I wasn't sure then, but I ended up really liking the class, which led me to take my teacher up on her offer this year. She actually teaches AP Chemistry, so it's fun to be in her class again and have a familiar experience, especially with everything being so weird lately with hybrid and remote learning. But overall, my goal this year is to try and not make anything explode, so I guess I'll have to keep you updated on whether or not that happens. Hey everyone, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I've been trying to improve and incorporate new skills into my animations, but because of that, it takes a while to actually learn and make the video. On top of that, school's in session now, so it's going to be a while before my next video. Plus, shorter videos are way easier to manage, so the next one will probably be fairly short too, because I have a lot going on with senior year, remote learning, and college applications, so try to stick with me. Once again, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you could, it'd be really great if you subscribed, so then when I do post my next one, you'll be able to go and see it and watch it as soon as you can. Thanks!